Okay, so here's my sump. Holds about 2,500 litres. So there's a ground frost pump in the middle there, 10,000 litres. Pumps it up and over into the larger tank, which is about 1 metre deep, probably a little bit more actually. But around about 5,000 litres. So there's a couple of filter air stones in there, air tubes. She'll have a better look at them. Try out the new camera. Alright, we'll have a look at the filtration shed next door. So the water comes from next door in the larger tank. Gravity feeds through to this filtration box. Any excess water just goes down through this standpipe here, back out to the sump, and the main volume of the water goes excess through that pipe, 9mm pipe, and comes in through the side here of this big swirl down there. So there's 4 aeration discs in this one, and 100 litres of K1 media, so it just churns that up, and then basically center of that over to here, goes back out through here. So what happens here is that goes to the grow bed, and that's obviously got priority, and the level of the grow bed's down a little bit lower, so that drains it off the time. Any excess water that builds up basically just backs up over this pipe and goes back to the sump. So the water to the grow bed's always got priority, and we'll always draw that first. So eventually, once I have enough grow beds, there won't be any flow going into the sump, it will all be consumed by the grow beds. Okay. So this is the other side. So this is the water going to the grow beds through there, and this is the excess going into the sump, which is what creates the swirl, which has its positives because that draws all the heavies to the centre, to the pump. That's just a backup stone for the aeration. Okay, so here's the grow bed, 3.6 metres long. I've just worked out our flow rate. That's a 25mm pipe, wide open, gravity feeding from inside the filtration shed, and that's worked out to be about 1,400 litres an hour. So that's just pumping into there, and then up this end is my bell siphon. Okay, so here's my standpipe, 32 with a 3240 adapter on top. That's my bell siphon there. It's actually a 90mm stormwater. The reason why it's got a high cutout is that I only wanted to cycle half my grow bed, so it seems to be working okay. It's got the screws in there just to keep it all nice and central, so it sits in there like that, and the cover goes on. So I've been checking my times, and it takes 4 minutes to fill it once it gets past the drain of once it breaks the siphon, and then another minute and 40 seconds to actually start the siphon, and then it takes 2 minutes to drain the whole bed. So okay, so here's my air pump. It's a resin LP 100. So that pumps into this 20mm pipe, which then delivers air to my moving bed filter. So that's I can control the amount of air through that valve. It comes around this way, it goes through a check valve, and then out to the fish tanks. Now here is a valve which down the track's going to have, I'm just waiting for an inverter, it's going to have another air pump run off an inverter. So if there's power failure, this will deliver air and it'll go to the fish tanks, so it'll have priority, and then basically it won't deliver air to the moving bed filter because I don't really care about that. If there's a power failure, I want to keep my fish alive, so that's the intention.